Hey, welcome to our head, neck, chest, shoulders, all the upper body things happening in this practice. This is perfect if you just had like an upper body day and you're like, ooh, I'm feeling it. So we're gonna start seated. Rest the hands anywhere along the body. Just close your eyes and take a big breath in and a big breath out. And again. Amazing. All right. While we're doing this first bit, I want you to really focus on keeping a tall spine. What's going to happen is the chest is going to want to collapse forward because we all have pretty kind of shitty posture in our society. So really focus on staying nice and lifted and tall. Drop your head down to the right, think ear to shoulder. You can right away sweep the arm out to the side, reach it back behind you. Wind the thumb to face up. And then you can play with how far back you want to reach the arm until you find that sweet spot. Fill the body with air. Exhale, let it go. And notice on these exhales if they allow you to actually find more space in the body. Bring the arm back. Roll your chin down your chest all the way over opposite side. And same thing, gently drawing the arm back in space, thumb up. And because this practice is going to have a few more pauses, you might notice the mind feels busy. There's a lot of thoughts streaming in and out. Just allow them to be there, simply observing them with the intention to keep your focus where your feet are in this present moment as much as possible, but no judgment. Good, back to neutral, roll your chin down your chest, look back up. Good, all right, drop your head down to the side again. This time you're gonna take your nose and you're gonna draw it up towards the sky. So your head's still slanted, but you're just drawing the nose up. You should feel a bit of a different stretch through the back of the neck. Keep breathing. And then from here, keep the head slanted. Just gonna take the nose that's now looking up and you're gonna gently draw the nose to look down. So you're moving the nose on an angle. Good, and draw the nose up and down. And you can do that again, or you can just pause looking down. Meet me in neutral. Take your time, especially because we're utilizing our neck. I don't want you to rush, okay? Drop your head opposite way. Nose looking up. Nose looking down. And again. And back to neutral. Amazing. Shrug the shoulders all the way up to your ears, big circles up, down, and back. I want you to really exaggerate this movement as if your ears could touch your earlobes, or your shoulders could touch your shoulders could touch your earlobes. Nice. Last one, peel all the way up and down. Amazing. Okay, reach your right arm high to the sky. You're gonna do a side bend to start. Reach the opposite arm out to support you. And then we're gonna make circles with this top arm. So draw the arm down in front of your face, down, 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 a great big circle, past the knee, back in space behind you, all the way up. And do this a few times over. Switching directions if you haven't yet. And observing how the shoulder responds to this movement. Knowing you could also take smaller circles if that would be preferred. come upright and switch. Opposite arm high, big breath as you reach. Exhale to guide you over. And starting those circles when you're ready. Perhaps acknowledging a difference from right side to left side. And also, anytime we do something for the first time, any yoga pose, or even any movement, to be honest, the first time should be the most controlled, the most observant, so that you can start to connect and take inventory of how the body responds to that movement. And up. All right. Inhale, sweep both arms high to the sky, take up space. You're gonna bend your elbows and draw them down, cactus style your arms. The goal, maybe you don't have that space in the body today, but eventually your goal is to have the arms sweeping so far back in space that even your peripherals, you can barely see your fingers. Shoulders back. From here, I want you to gently lift your chest up a bit higher. You're gonna find a tiny back bend, gaze lifting. Amazing. Come back to neutral, reach your elbows up to shoulder height. Close the arms like a book. When you're doing this, I want you to gently tuck your chin in towards your spine and round. So turn to the side so you can see I'm rounding in so that my elbows connect. And if they don't quite connect, that's fine. And then inhale, open up, puff your chest, big, reach high. Exhale, round. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. Nice, let's do one or two more. I find anytime I'm doing spinal movements like cat-cows, I close my eyes, and that really helps me get a full sensation of how the movement feels within the body. Amazing, and relax. Shoulders feel a little warmer now. Okay, let's find a nice twist. Arms reach high. Exhale, twist towards your right. One arm is going to be on the outside of the knee. The other arm just behind you. Maybe it finds the hip, maybe it finds the floor. If you have blocks or any props, you can rest the hand on that if you wish. Also, one more thing to know when we're doing this seated practice is I'm elevated my hips and my pelvis with a cushion, meditation cushion, a pillow, a bolster, a block. It literally doesn't matter. That can be a really nice way to support the torso and the body if you're doing a lot more things seated. So feel free to utilize that tip for any seated practices. And back. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, twist. Hold it here. Use your exhales to help you find more space if it's available. Good, come back to neutral. All right, let's come onto the belly. We're gonna do a really nice open shoulder stretch that I love. So shift things out of your way. All right, come all the way down. You're gonna take your left arm out to the side in line with your shoulder. You're gonna rest your left cheek down. So left arm, left cheek, you're gonna roll onto the left side. I'm gonna switch just so you can see better. From here, you're gonna rest your head down. If you're needing a little extra cushion for the head, feel free to utilize something. And then you're going to take your top leg and step it back behind you. You can stay here. This is gonna be great. If you want, you can take your top arm and reach it back behind you. Some people, if perhaps today you're like, body's a little extra stiff, will just bend their knees and let them rest on top of one another there. So now you have those variations available to you. 3 rounds of breath here. On your next breath, you wind yourself back to neutral and switch sides. Opposite arm, opposite cheek, roll yourself up and over. Choosing if the legs resting back behind you or on top. Staying there for 3, for 2, for 1, and back. Glide the hands underneath of your shoulders, rest the legs down, peel your chest up halfway. Exhale, soften. And again, peel up halfway. And soften. This time you're gonna peel up and you're gonna shimmy the arms out in front of you, so elbows are beneath your shoulders. Press the palms down, press your chest away. Really anchor the shoelace side of your feet down, press the pelvic bone down, press away. And soften. Press yourself upright. We're gonna do a child's pose variation with something for the shoulders. Feel free to utilize extra cushion for the knees, whether it's a blanket, or maybe you add another mat to stack on top, so you've got double cushion. Big toes together, knees will be wider. You're gonna take your right arm and reach it open to the side, so extend it up. And then you're gonna glide the right arm underneath of the left, sewing it through. Sink your hips back to your heels, and then rest down, resting your head. Same opportunity if you wanna use something to support the head. Otherwise, just all the way down to your mat is fine. Breathing here. You might reach your top left arm back behind you if you wish. Breathing into those tense spots. Allowing thoughts to pass through the mind as they come up. Choosing to have an observer's perspective of them. And inhale up. Switch, come back into this tabletop variation. Left arm reaches high, wind yourself open. Exhale, glide the arm through, sink back, rest it down. Choosing if top arm staying extended forward overhead or reaching back. No right or wrong. And back up. Beautiful. All right, let's come all the way down into the back body. Let yourself land down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And just rock gently side to side, hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder. Take your legs up high to the sky. Maybe point flex your feet, roll at your ankles. Notice the heat through the chest, shoulders that we've cultivated throughout our practice. Three rounds of breath, filling all the way up. Exhaling to let it go. And seeing if you can have a longer exhale first inhale. If you're someone who maybe wants counts associated with it, try and count to 4 on your inhale. And then perhaps counting to 5 or 6 or even 7 on your exhale. We'll bend our knees. Plant your feet down on your mat. Stretch the legs out long in front of you. And hands will rest, one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly. And then you can stay here for as long as you'd like, breathing into the palms. Allowing our movement to integrate into the body and restore those spaces. Thanks so much for moving with me today. Namaste.